Guides. Everything is plexiglass. So we'll go up the other levels because I don't. It did reopen today. This is the official 1 o'clock reopening. They staggered the openings a little bit. They changed it so that members were allowed in for the first hour. So we're going to go up the stairs, mainly because I do not know what the signal Wi-Fi situation is here. But there's a line all the way down the sidewalk. You can kind of see it out there. The museum is at 25% capacity. We have signs to keep distance on the benches. Masks are required. It's one way into galleries. Any new exhibits? I do believe that the exhibits that were here were held over. Let's look in the visitor's guide. They did change their visitor's guide. In fact, if I can, I think it's probably mostly locals because the tickets were free for if you had a Chicago zip code, like actual city. I don't believe it's mostly tourists. I think people. Have I been to the Art Institute before? I've actually been to the Art Institute back in, I believe, November or October for the Warhol exhibit, which was an amazing exhibit. If you've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, this is the art museum that they go to in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay. Huh? Oh, we need to sign up for it? Okay. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So I'll probably, after I end this, I'll probably text that. Some of the galleries, as they just pointed out, you have to text to open. We actually can go into the Pritzker galleries without texting ahead of time, or the American folk art. You can go into there. Some of these you can also. How many people would I say constitute? Ooh, that is a tough one. I am not sure. Some of the exhibits you have to text to get in just to limit capacity. Let's see if I can. Let's go around here. Live on Happs Twitter. Let's see if we can go in here with the phone. So this is, I would, as you can tell, that room was kind of full. There's mostly social distancing. It's just like here you can socially distance. Some of the smaller rooms, I think that's also why they're a limited capacity. This room here, completely empty, completely socially distanced. I think it just varies from room to room. My favorite art that I've seen at the Art Institute has been the Warhol collection. That was here in the fall. That was definitely a treat. See, like here we have a narrow walkway where it's a little harder to socially distance. I started to lose the signal a little bit, so I kind of came back into this room. But there's arrows on the ground. Yeah, it's when I go into the deeper rooms is when we start to have the signal problem. I think people are just glad to be able to actually, see art in person again. Was it hard to reserve a ticket for the first day of the reopening? Actually, it wasn't. I just went online, and I do think that they are giving priority to people who live in the city, so I am lucky I have an actual Chicago city, not a suburb zip code. But yeah, there's a lot of families. I do know that the Science Museum is supposed to open on the 1st. I am actually trying to reserve a ticket for that. And I believe the Shed Aquarium, or no, the Field Museum, the Natural History Museum is reopening. I believe it opened up today as well. And if not today, then in the next week. And lots of signage. We have a Welcome Back Chicago. The coat check is closed, so you can't bring any bags in. You can bring a small tote. We are here. I'm going to try to go back to these areas. Again, that's going to depend on the Wi-Fi signal. So we'll see how that goes. The different rules because of COVID is they do want everyone to try to stay 6 feet apart. You do have to wear masks. A lot of the doors are one way. That door was not a one-way door. So, it was much more crowded when I went for the Warhol exhibit. We are here. American art.
These local Tuesday, they said they would.
It's kind of like everyone's doing the 6 feet tango. This is an interesting piece. Let's see, arrows on the floor again. The Art Institute has been closed since March. Do I know if the Institute is organized in any way, certain galleries for certain pieces? Yes, actually, it is very organized. It is very organized. So when I get a moment here, I will show you one of the, we're actually coming up on one. Has the different galleries listed. There we go. And then again, more signage. Normally these patios would be filled. Hello, Tulsa. Welcome. What else is, well, the Art Institute is located near the Mag Mile. It's located near the Buckingham Fountain, which, if you're familiar with Married with Children, that is the fountain that is featured in the opening sequence there. We are at the southern end of, just south of where the Mag Mile is. So it's near the what's known as the Loop. Millennium Park, the Bean. So that's for the if you go on the map and just look up the Bean, we're kind of near there. So, over here is where the Warhol exhibit was. It looks like it was supposed to be Monet. About to walk over here and find out. Ah, yeah. It is coming September 3rd. Those are definitely statues and busts. It always fascinates me how someone just painted a piece of aluminum orange and blue and yellow and black and red and green. And it's like, yeah, people seem to generally be following the arrows. Of course, the second I say that, I will probably witness someone not following the arrows. So, are there any parts of the Institute that are still shut? Like I just showed the area where the Monet exhibit is going to be, that is shut. I believe that exhibit was supposed to start earlier than it did. Have there been any anti-mask protests in Chicago? Are people generally following the rules? Here in Chicago, people seem to generally be following the rules. I do like those. And what's been great here so far today with the museum is not a lot of, noses popping out of masks. They've actually been very conscious about reminding people to pull their mask up over their nose and to keep 6 feet apart. So, I just have to keep an eye on the art because some of it you can't film. So I have to make sure I check things out before I go into rooms. I've been yelled at security before, accidentally. So I'm going to try to get to, again, I'm going to try to get to the windows. The Chagall windows are one of the more famous pieces. Oh, actually, here's a section that's closed off, obviously, because the room is so small that you can look in and you really can't socially distance. Let's look here. They appeared at the front to be letting everyone in at the time. Let's see. We are on the second floor. Parts of the museum where it gets a little spotty. I'm going to go to the modern wing. There we go. Yeah, there's different parts of the museum. If I go too deep in, the signal gets spotty. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about that. So this is the modern wing. Here we have letting you know where you can go in and out. So, oh, here we go. Here's all the things that are closed. So instead of doing the audio, you have to do it on the app. Uh, the member lounge, the learning center, the restaurants, they're all closed. Here we go. There's more. They actually have them marked where they're temporarily closed. Let's go upstairs. See if that improves the signal as well. Go. So this is actually an area where they don't have arrows on the floor. Here we come. So yeah, again, cafe is closed. And that is going through there. So that is the art museum reopening. If there's anything else, any other questions, I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly just so that I can enjoy some of the art and have a day. So if you have any final questions here, just let me know. We'll definitely hop in here with some of the contemporary art and we'll kind of end here. Don't touch them. Okay, we'll just end here and I hope you guys all have a lovely day.